Hello and welcome to Jesus for Asia Now. I'm Natalie Wood and we have special guests in the studio with me here today. We have Ramon and Shandy Tengkano.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome. It's
Thank
been a
you.
while since we've seen you here.
Yeah.
I know it's been a while.
So tell me again, because I know we have some viewers that may be new and haven't seen your story before. Where are you from?
We're from Indonesia.
Okay.
It's in Southeast Asia.
Yes.
So what do you do in Indonesia?
We have a television ministry. It's a satellite television. It's the first satellite television that broadcasts Seventh-day Adventist messages in Indonesia.
Okay.
So Indonesia is like big, like American continent to Maine and
From Maine to Washington.
Yeah, Washington, and then but we have like 60% water.
17,000 islands.
508,000 island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17,508.
Right?
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
So there's a lot of water there then.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of
Lots
islands.
lots of languages and cultures.
And then Indonesia is a big Muslim population too.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we have satellite broadcasting Three Angels message, 24 hours, 7 days. So, you know, for
For
us,
the past 10 years and a half.
yeah, for us, this is miracles because we have a burdens to, you know, to give opportunity for the other family, you know, for the other, what we call that,
Other groups of people.
other group
Unreached
of people,
groups of
unreached
people, yeah.
to hear, but, you know, the hope.
Right.
Yeah, like
Right.
that.
So what language is your satellite television in?
Because Indonesia have a national language, so we use Bahasa language. Even though Indonesia have like 700
Yeah, local dialects.
local dialect, but we thank God because Indonesia have one in national language that everybody can understand, even, you know, people in the interior places, you know.
Yep.
They can
Even the
understand it.
remote places
Yes.
they can.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. So, do you have any stories that you'd like to share of how the Lord, you know, like, has guided you in starting this ministry? I mean, we
Wow.
may have shared these stories in the past, but
Yes.
so it's good for us to remember
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
the Lord has led in the past.
It's we started this broadcast March 2011 when Jesus for Asia, when you guys came to Indonesia
Faith camp.
on a faith camp event that you hold annually, and that happened to be in Indonesia that early 2011, and we just sort of felt impressed by the Lord to take on the challenge when you were making the call to invite those who are interested to make a television. We had no idea about anything about television. I had no interest, honestly, but there's something about the challenge that kind of moved me to experiment with the Lord, you know, that working with Him to experiment what He's all about, what He can do. So we took the challenge, and March 2011 until now, we're still on the satellite.
But we remember also that, you know, why God put us this television in our family, in our ministry, because I remember one time that at the faith camp, I was so drive to have, you know, want to have the faith kind of experience. So, you know, and then God brought us to Papua, you know,
In
and
the
then
eastern
in the
island of
eastern
Indonesia.
island, and that is, you know, I have opportunity to see,
The
you
needs,
know,
yeah.
the needs, and then I remember I praying in the hills that God let me serve, let me opportunity, you know. I want to serve my people and I want to serve my country. Give me Indonesia for me, God, if you're willing.
That was
So, you
about
know,
a month before we start to be on the satellite.
And then I remember and then suddenly when God gave us this television, I was like, wow, Ramon, I remember my prayer. I asked God, if you're willing, you know, I want to serve my people and give me Indonesia.
Yes.
And yeah, here we
He
are.
says,
now.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know
Once
what
he
you're
starts, you don't
asking
stop.
for,
So
but
that's
here
why
you go.
I tell people, be careful about your prayer because He will give it to you for sure.
Okay, so you were starting this television network. You didn't know what you were getting into.
Nope.
No.
Was it like super easy? Were there any challenges, any miracles you want to share with us?
Well, there's so many funny stories how we
Is it the
started
first one?
the television that it just convinced us that God is not expecting you to be perfect, for you to be able to shine out His love, to spread the gospel. Actually, one television viewer came to us because our television was really so unprepared, and we were just only broadcasting nature videos in the beginning, and then it was just so unorganized that one time we were broadcasting in the middle of a live show. All of a sudden the lights went out, and then behind this, well, us on the set, we thought the whole thing was disconnected. So we were just screaming, and just this commotion in the set that it was still on broadcast. And then I had a telephone call from my cousin, who was far away, reminding us we're still on air, we're still live. It's just that was so unprepared we were, and then it made so many people actually laugh. And this one gentleman who happened to be on the same set on the other island, he was just so entertained by the.
So he was watching by
He was watching.
by happenstance or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we were like running for, turn on the genset, turn on the lights. It was all still on live television. And then the guy was...
the worst nightmare.
yeah. He was actually watching the television, and we're like, these people in this television was so... either they're crazy, or they're honest, or they're sincere, or what. And then the next, he kept on watching.
Wanted more entertainment.
Yeah, looking for more opportunity to laugh at us,
And then he even bring the family
And then
too.
he brought the family.
Look at this television, they
Yeah.
are very unprepared,
They don't know what they're doing.
These people are just wasting money to broadcast something that is, disorganized. And then he keeps watching, but the message is still there. When it's organized, he gets the message. And then 4 years later, he came to the church. He became the Seventh Adventist church member until now. He brought his brother and then his family, and then I finally met him like 5 years later. I went to visit his place, and then he was telling all the story about our television in front of the church. We made everybody laugh. Oh, that's
Humbling
yes,
and humiliating.
but blessing at the same time.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That God can use even our
Yes.
stumbles
Yes,
Yes.
and
of
our
course.
unprofessionalness
Yes.
to glorify His name.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
He obviously gets the glory because it was
That's
His
right.
message, and it was
That's
Him
right,
impressing
yeah.
this man.
Because both of us, we don't have a background, right, to broadcasting this kind of
Yeah.
things. We just have the willingness because
Right.
we want to experience, the faith experience. So, we just have that.
Yeah.
We don't have anything. So,
That's a good
remember
start, at
the
least.
faith experience, the first faith experience about
Oh,
the
yeah.
satellite that
In the beginning, when we signed up for the satellite service, we thought we could do this on our own. Our satellite bill at the time was $15,000, and then for the first year, it was a lot, but nothing compared to commercial TVs. But it was already big for us to start with.
Oh, yeah.
And then the following year, I forgot what month it was, but within the first year of satellite ministry, we were faced with a satellite bill that particular month. We were finding out ourselves that we had no money that month to pay, and then the satellite company was calling us, like, "Oh, sir, it's you have to pay this today. You missed the deadline." I said, "Yes, I know, but I'm sorry, I can't come up with the money today. We don't have the $15,000." And then we were expecting some money. I was asking my wife, "How do we get this $15,000?" And then I told him I need 7 days. And then said, "Okay, 7 days. Next Wednesday by noon you have to pay. Otherwise we'll disconnect the service." And then 7 days later, we woke up in the morning that Wednesday. I said, "Oh, still no money for $15,000." And then I had the idea of going to the office and just seeing them in person, asking for more extension. And then we got dressed, we got in the car, we started driving just to see them, in person, because the account manager is a nice guy otherwise. And then when we were on the road, I had a BlackBerry that we got this email message saying that there's some money that was sent to our account 5 days prior to that. Like, oh, we checked, there's no money this morning. And then we were sitting in traffic, and then I just pull over. I was going to call the bank. And then I pull over on the side of the road, and then I called the bank. Hey, I'm expecting some money that was sent last Friday. It's been like 4 or 5 days at least. Where's the money now? And then the bank said, you know what, sir? It just got posted less than an hour ago. So when we were driving, it was just posted an hour ago. And then the amount of money was sent by somebody from Europe that happens to be a non-Christian, is not Seventh-day Adventist. He probably wasn't a believer, but his father died and then left him a lot of money. And then he had an impression that, an idea that he was going to support like humanitarian or social work
In Asia.
in Asia somewhere. And then he was searching, and then he found us in the internet.
Wow.
And then fired the money. Exact amount of money whether we needed, $15,000.
Wow.
Praise the Lord.
So
Yeah.
it kept us going.
Right.
Yep.
We made the payment, and until now we have stories like that. But we haven't been taken down by the satellite company.
Wow.
It just kept us going because, for sure when we ask the Lord, we want to have that faith story. And then He just give it to you right away. And that faith story is keep us,
Keeps us going.
Keep us going to see the miracles after miracles, because God says, if you believe, you will see the glory of God. And then many of us, we just being stopped because of the crisis that happens in our
That's
life. But, we just keep on going because, in the future, you're going to see the miracles and you're going to, feel that this is...
You're going to get discouraged.
Of course. I don't say about discouraged, but I say about the true reward is you're going to see that we are serving the real God.
Yes.
You can see God work.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a lot of stories
Yes,
where
we
God
do,
has
yeah.
come through at the last minute. Why does He do that? Have you figured it out? We haven't figured it out.
I
think
guess He
because
just want to give us, surprise.
I think He wants us to be convinced that even though we don't get to see things in the beginning, what He promises will always come true.
Pass, yeah.
Or maybe because, like us, I don't know people, but us, our background is very materialistic person. And then maybe He
We're
needs
skeptical.
to do that to us to see that, that's not you, but it's me.
Right.
Maybe it's like that.
So He can get more glory,
Yep.
and we can be reminded of our dependence.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That is the needs, because, for us, the need is not how God can use us, but the need is through that miracle story, our heart can change. Like when we see that, we know exactly that this is not us, Ramon.
Yes.
It's Him.
Yeah. So as far as satellite and 17,508
Yes.
islands, so what do you see as far as the reach of the satellite? It goes from one end of the country to the other.
Yes.
So in the remote areas, how does it work for people out there? They have the dishes to receive it, and then they...
Yes. When people have the electricity in the places far away, remote islands, mountains, the first thing they buy is television. And then they can just buy television there's no local transmitters, or they have to buy a satellite dish with it in order for them to receive any signal. And then when they buy the satellite dish, that's where we are.
Okay.
They could see us. And then with that, when we took on the satellite, we started to see responses coming in from places that are far away, places that we haven't even heard.
Wow.
For one example, we had a call from one place in Borneo, which is in the big central island, that when they see our television, they said, wow, this is Seventh-day Adventist television. We used to be all Seventh-day Adventists back in the early 80s, the late 70s. We're like, what do you mean? Yeah, now that we're seeing you on the television, it's so good, because I know this whole village, well, more than a village, just like a whole county or something,
Whole
we used to
area.
be all Seventh-day Adventists, because there's a Seventh-day Adventist pastor from America used to come here every few times of the month with the airplane. And I'm like, wow, that is so sad. So then we finally took an opportunity to go there. We landed with a commercial airplane in a small city, and then drove down 20 hours to get to where they are. The distance is only like 150 miles. And then we saw there's a school, and then we're talking to some people, and then they said, yeah, we used to be all Seventh-day Adventists
They
here.
show us the
They showed us the airstrip that used to be they used to be used by American missionary landing there.
Wow.
And
but because of the satellite,
now with the satellite we can reach them. Although it's sad to see that this airstrip is not being used as airstrip. They built houses and they put a soccer field. The planes cannot land there anymore. But from a lady that became Seventh-day Adventist through the service of the American missionary, I found out so many history that they all learn about the truth, through the Bible lessons that were brought to them.
Wow.
Now what we're broadcasting is just like a review again, like a a memory refreshing to
no,
them.
because in Indonesia, if they have the electricity, they buy the television and then the satellite. Not just only one family can enjoy the television. They will invite their family, all of the
neighbors.
villages, the neighbors. Like they can watch like 20 or 30 people inside their house, watching the television. So, that is how they get excited to see, the message. And then that is the other story also, because in Indonesia is like, we have a lot of islands, and then it's just not easy to reach to the, other church and the other church. And then it's really hard for the pastor to work in the
remote areas,
remote area, because he needs to go to the other church, and the other church
Right.
is just like
So
so
far away.
So through this television, example, like every Sabbath, we have the live broadcasting, like from the morning till closing.
Afternoon,
Till the afternoon. So, they use that as a church activity. And then they love to see us there, like they just like keep on, give us texting message. And then, the story about there's the guy. And then the guy this is our viewers. And then we have opportunity to visit his city. So, the whole family came to visit us, and then to say like, thank you for your television, because my son, he needs to watch your television every day, because if one day he doesn't watch the television, he become like so mad. And then we just like ask like, what is wrong with him?
He's mentally challenged.
He's mentally challenged. And then this television really helped him a lot. Because not just only that, the story is the one that really gets me. We always see, people support to report donation, right? And then the television report donation is just only
$1.50.
every month.
There's a same amount every month.
So there's the banks like every same a month, like maybe $1.50 every single month. And then I'm going like, what is this?
It was like somebody intentionally walks to the bank and do the cash deposit into our account.
Every single month.
That little
Just that little amount.
And I've been praying like, Lord, I really want to see this person,
Who
because
is this?
who is this? Because he is willing to support us, like maybe the one that I get, like he just like want to give us the support, like just keep on doing, keep on your good work,
just an encouragement.
Just encouragement. And then we thank God we came to that city. So the one who always support us, this guy.
He's a mentally challenged guy.
He's a mentally challenged guy. He's watching the television every single time, every single day, and then he has that commitment that he wants to support us. So he do that. I was like, wow, I'm crying like, Lord, thank you for give us opportunity to see the needs, to see that something that the money cannot buy, something that very encourage us that life is not just only having money, having nice car, a nice house, and then having the kids can go to the expensive college or anything education. No, this is the things that the money cannot.
Rewarding.
Yeah, this is rewarding.
Right. Wow. How sweet. How sweet. And so beautiful that God's Spirit was speaking to him and bringing him the calm and the peace.
we're also getting calls from people in the cities, or even our previous friends start to contact us also. They know what we're doing. Some of them are curious. What are you doing now? You got a television. Some of them, even non-Christians, they're checking the videos that we make. Some of them are really, really blessed. You'd be surprised that even Muslims can be blessed with the message, the values that we share, our life choices that we have. And then that's how we make reconnection with them, the people that we left from our previous life just to serve the
Right.
Lord. Now we're reconnecting with them, even through television.
Right.
So,
nice. Nice. Well, and then the Lord has started opening up another type of ministry to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Praise
He
the
led
Lord.
with some of those connections to
Yes.
start
Yeah.
health
Yeah.
Yes.
cycling
Yes,
ministry.
yes.
We want to
That's
go
right.
there.
Yeah.
Because we have a burden. Like, it's just not fair if we just left them, Lord, life.
Yeah, in the beginning we were just wondering, Lord, these people that we left, we feel like, how do we reach out to them?
I know.
But how do we get returned to them is when we're in the process of the Lord fixing ourselves. We weren't healthy people before, right? I was curious about nutrition, about healthy lifestyle, the teachings that come from our church. I started to learn that again, and then in the process of us fixing ourselves, we go deep into the studies of our body functions, nutritions, and everything, and then from that we got invited to just share, just on like friendly settings, one group of people here, one group of people there, one community here, one community there, and then it leads us slowly. It was leading us slowly to the community of active people. Of course, everybody who is active,
Exercising.
they are curious. They want to do something about their lifestyle
conscious. They're
and
very
habits,
health
eating
conscious.
habits. So when we finally get to this group of people, we're seeing our old friends, that we left at the time. It was like 10 years prior to that, and then now they're 10 years later. They're more health conscious, they're active, and then they're asking us so many questions. And then, why don't you just come cycle with us, come run with us? We have a triathlon. We had a triathlon community. We had a cycling community. We started just doing things with them again.
Yeah.
And so in the process of the Lord fixing us and our health, God is actually bringing us back to them to teach them at the same
Opening
time the values
ministry.
that we believe. And then, we were challenged to present our lives this time around to them. And then, when I think the Lord had fixed us, and then we feel the burden. Now it's time for us to actually be returned to the same group of people that we left.
And then this is our, we call this our faith project.
Yeah.
Why we want to have like a center of influence in our place. Because we see the needs through this cycling community, through this sport, community. Over there we see a lot of high profile society that cannot be reached reach for the
With the gospel.
gospel.
That easily.
But
Yeah,
how
because there's no way to get into
There's
their
no way.
lives or
Yeah.
into their circle.
exactly.
That's right.
But because through the cycling community, we just cycling with them 1 hour. But after that, we can talk for 2 or 3 hours, and then they really love to have us. And then they always go to our countryside place in our.
They come and visit
They
you?
come
Yeah,
and
yeah.
visit us.
Nice.
And then they just like, Shandy, can you, can we stay here? Or, they
Yeah.
feel comfortable in our place. I don't know why. They just like, every time we go here, we feel, our burden is go away,
Relief, yeah.
live, and then we can see, I don't know, this is different, is it? The food that you cook, we just serve everything that
That's growing around us.
around us. And then they just like the food that you cook. We see your children, we see your view, everything. This is, they call surga kecil. Surga kecil is like small heaven and earth. They call our place is surga kecil. And then they just like, and then from that moment, every time I hear that, come on, Sandy, we want to go there, and I tell with my husband, we need to build something for them,
Yeah.
for them to see, for us it's like this, we need to go to their level because that is something that they're custom with,
accustomed.
And then we need not for us. Why I tell this, because until now, we moved to the countryside. I bring my kids. My first one is 8, now he's 19. He never has his own room. Because people thought that, look at you, you want to build like some apa mewah tuh?
Luxurious?
Luxurious. But no, this is not luxurious because we see the needs. They just like, come on, do it for us. And then through this pandemic especially,
Yeah.
they see the different. One of them just like, the first time we saw you, we are very curious with your choices because we know who are you. You are a very modern person. And then,
You're a materialistic person.
You're a materialistic person, but your value, how your value on your family, your value,
different now.
everything is different. And then through this pandemic, now we know there is something that that we don't know.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah.
That's what they say. We see you as like you are preparing something.
Yeah.
Something, this world is going to happen, Sandy, you need to tell us. So, with them, we cannot show them the Bible, teach. No, we
Not
just
that
need
easy,
to
yeah.
sit with them and then just act, so they have, exposing to our choices in our life. So that's why.
And keep the connection
Yeah,
going.
keep the connection.
The friendship.
Yeah. So, maybe this is like a crazy project. We want to build the running track. We want to build a Olympic swimming pool. We want to build a half Olympic. Yeah,
Oh,
we want
half
to build
Olympic.
half Olympic because
Good enough.
So like
The
a
boys.
health center, a health
Yeah.
retreat,
Yes.
lifestyle center kind of?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Health retreat that is kind of catered to like active people, or like we want to make a proper gym because these are all active people.
Yeah. And when we bring them, exercise with them, we have time for them to talk.
Right.
Yes.
We are
Right.
talking,
connection.
More
talking.
communication
Yeah.
and communion
So,
Yeah.
and friendship building.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you being here with
Thank
us and
you.
sharing. I know you've got other things and we'll be sharing more on a different show, but thank you so much for being here with
Thank
us
you for
today.
having
Thank you.
us.
Thank you for having us.
I would like to invite you to be a part of their ministry, to participate by praying for them. Obviously, what God is doing, what He's asking them to do, is beyond human ability. And so if you would like to be a part of their ministry, you can contact us at Jesus for Asia, P.O. Box 1221, Collegedale, Tennessee 37315. Call us at 423-413-7321 or visit our website at jesusforasia.org. May God richly bless you until we see you next time on Jesus for Asia Now.